Whereas under mixed supply,
Highest rate among the suppliers.
very good. Highest rate applicable among for those supplies. Correct. This is about the concept of composite and mixed supply under section. Okay, these are the main discussions we had in this chapter. Anyone has any doubts? No? Anyone making a note of any of this? Done? Shall we look at some questions then?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
can we all come to the material? Page number 130, 129. Material in the sense revision material. Page number 129. The question bank starts. So this is first chapter, that is introduction chapter. This was asked in May 25 exams. 3 marks. List the deficiencies in the erstwhile VAT regime which led to evolution of GST. It's there in the material. Actually, we have discussed this as well. May not be revised in the revision session just now. Okay, list of deficiencies. What are the deficiencies we had? Certain transactions were taxed double either as goods as well as services. Then cascading effect of taxes. Tax on tax was levied because of non-integration of SENVAT and VAT. Credit of SENVAT and VAT could not be set off against each other. For a single transaction, multiple taxes in multiple forms were required to be paid. State tax, luxury tax, entertainment tax, etc. State level VAT and service tax were not integrated, thereby causing tax cascading. GST being non-vatable caused CST caused tax cascading. Being origin based, it violated the consumption tax principle. Okay, these are the points which had to be written. Deficiencies in erstwhile regime. Okay, this one point we have to go through because it's being asked in the exams, and since it is being asked in the exams, we should not ignore it. Right? If you just write this, you'll get full marks. That's why. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, May 25 and September 24 MTP. Which are the commodities which have been kept outside the purview of GST? Examine the status of taxation of such commodities after introduction of GST. Those 5 exceptions, right? Petrol, alcoholic liquor for human consumption, what is levied? Petroleum products, what is levied? Here they have written only 2. Why? Because they have kept outside the purview. And tobacco and drugs are still under GST. GST plus extra is levied. So they have only written alcoholic liquor and petroleum products. Okay. Similarly, Jan 25 exams, 3 marks. List any 6 state taxes that were subsumed under GST. Right? Entertainment tax, tax on lottery, betting and gambling, entry tax, purchase tax, state surcharge and cess applicable in case of goods, VAT and sales tax, luxury tax, taxes on advertisement. There are 8 here. In exams, 86 is sufficient. Okay, so these 3 questions we should not miss. This is a study material question. Discuss the leviability of GST or otherwise on the following. Alcoholic liquor for human consumption. We have already discussed GST is not levied. Central excise and state VAT is levied. Petroleum crude, state excise and VAT is levied. Petroleum crude, diesel, petroleum, ATF and natural gas, same GST is not levied. But can GST be levied on petroleum products?
No.
What we learn in the next chapter, right? Charge 9(2) on the date notified by the central government. Till then, central excise duty and VAT. Tobacco, GST plus central excise. Drugs, GST plus state excise. Okay, that is what they are asking here. That's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. Okay, 4 questions. Again, I am telling, from the first chapter, you need not bother much about theory to be learned, etc. Nothing to worry. Just to focus on these 4 questions. Okay, don't miss these 4 questions in the which is given in the question bank. I think the first chapter preparations will be taken care. Are we clear?
Yes,
sir.
Yes. Second chapter, supply. Jan 26, recent. that is to be held exam, Jan 26 exam, MTP. Okay, same question was there or similar question was there in May 25 MTP also. What are they asking us? Examine whether the activity of import of service in the following independent cases would amount to supply under section 7. The chart, whatever we just revised, just to visualize that chart, you can answer all these three, and these normally this kind of question will be asked for 5 marks. Okay, easily we can score 5 marks. Miss Sushma Pathak received interior decoration services for her residence located at Bandra, Mumbai from Mr. Michel of Sydney. The amount paid for the service is 5,000 Australian dollars. What happens?
Import of services under 7.1.
Excellent. Because
Established outside but not in course of consideration.
consideration is involved. Since consideration is involved, even if she is using it for her residence, personal purpose, doesn't matter. It is a supply. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Same way. Miss Shushma Pathak received interior decoration services for her residence located at Bandra, Mumbai from her brother. Mr. Varun, residing in Sydney, Australia, wholly dependent on Miss Sushma. Further, Miss Sushma did not pay any consideration for the said service.
Not a supply.
Why not a supply?
No consideration. The course of further.
Not in the course of further. It is no consideration, but 7.1c says if it is no consideration, 2 conditions have to be satisfied. One, it should be from a related person. The answer is yes here because his brother who is wholly dependent. But not in the course of furtherance of business. Therefore, it is not a supply. Lastly, will your answer change if in the above case, if Miss Shushma had taken interior decoration service with regard to her business premises and not her residence?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Because there both the conditions become satisfied. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now here our challenge is writing the answer. Okay, that is also extremely important, for which we have to write and practice. That's the only way. The same way we would have written the answers in law, the same format or rather the approach we have to follow, right? Under taxation, there could be 2 types of questions that can be asked. One is solving problem based, wherein we will have to solve and find out the amount of tax, income tax or GST, whatever it is, right? For that, there is a different approach that we have to follow, which we will obviously discuss what needs to be done in GST. But these kind of opinion based, your suggestion based, theory based, what we call it here, follow the straightforward approach that we have followed in law. Under theory based questions also, some could be straightforward, like what we discussed in the previous subject, rather previous chapter questions, right, where it was said list the taxes which are subsumed under GST. There is no point in writing any story, just list it, you will get the answer, you will get the marks. But these kind of questions require answering in a particular pattern. First, you have to write the provision of the law. So for this case, since all the 3 sub-questions together talk about the same provision of law, you can as well start with that provision of law, section 7.1b and 7.1c, or in simple terms, you can just bring that chart. Okay, first to start with itself, you can just bring it so that you need not repeat those points again in every sub-question. Definitely you can do it. Provision of law. Then facts. You have to analyze the facts given, right? That has to be done sub-question wise. Sub-question 1, in this case, since the amount is received, since there is a consideration paid, consideration is involved, this particular transaction falls under 7.1b. Under 7.1b, even if it is received for personal purpose, that is not in the course of furtherance of business, it would still constitute a supply. Therefore, the said transaction is a supply. Okay, that is what we have to write. The facts and conclusion together, yes, you can merge it. That's okay. If they are if we have multiple sub questions, you can do it. Okay, same way, then go to sub question 2. Here, what happened? Then sub question 3. Okay, without writing provision of law, you will not get full marks. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Everyone
Yes.
there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Can I move to the next question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. May 25 examination, 5 marks. Similar question was in May 25 MTP. Look at this. May 25 MTP, May 25 question paper. They have lifted the question, names changed or facts changed. That's all. Okay, that's the reason MTPs, RTPs of your examination, previous 2 examinations, extremely important. Extremely important. At least 20 marks, there will be questions from those. Okay, so extremely important, especially unique questions. Okay, if there are some unique questions in that MTP, any subject for that matter, in any MTP or recent MTPs, if there is some unique question wherein you are not able to understand certain points there, don't worry. Just look at the answer. Keep that answer in mind. Same question comes in the exams, write that answer. Okay, there are certain things that you have to keep in mind. Okay, small things, but definitely matters because sometimes it happens. It happens like that, wherein 5 mark, 6 mark question, if it is lifted from MTP, if your answer is there here, write it. 5, 6 marks is huge. Correct? So that has to be followed. What is this question telling now? As per Section 7 of CGST Act, for the purposes of GST, the expression supply includes all forms of supply of goods or services or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, or disposal, made or agreed to be made for a consideration by a person in the course of furtherance of business. Discuss as per the provisions of GST Act when an activity can be treated as supply even if there is no consideration or even if it is not in the course of furtherance of business. There is no link between what they have given here and what they have given here. Right. So when we start reading the question, we'll start to panic. Okay, what is this we are talking about? I'm not too sure about this, etc. Ultimately, the requirement itself will be different. So, what is the answer for the first part here?
Schedule 1.
Schedule
Schedule 1.
1. Excellent. What is the answer for this?
Importation of services.
Importation.
7-1B. That's all. That is what we are supposed to write. 5 marks. Just list down. Right? When is an activity treated? So we have to just write down those activities. You'll get the marks. Are we understanding? Yes? Yes, Ramya.
Sir, for pure theory questions like this, if we write the chart, it's enough.
Definitely. Provided the chart is complete. Okay, the chart should be complete and don't just write the chart and leave it. If you're writing about 7-1B versus 7-1C, you can say 7-1B versus 7-1C and then write the chart. Some heading, some kind of a heading, or you can say importation of service, 7-1B versus 7-1C, and then write that chart. Definitely okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So that was for again 5 marks. Similarly, one material question, study material question. Determine whether the following supplies would be treated as supply of goods or supply of services as per Schedule 2. Right, such kind of question also can be asked in the exams. Temporary transfer or permitting use or enjoyment of any intellectual property, right?
Supply of services.
Yes, because there is no transfer of title, supply of service. Any treatment or process which is applied to another person's goods.
Service.
Example, service. Very good. Transfer of title in goods.
Supply of goods.
Supply of goods.
Supply of goods. Perfect. Jan 25 MTP. Examine whether the following activities would amount to supply under Section 7 read with Schedule 1. Rim Gym manufacturers have a factory in Delhi and a depot in Mumbai. Both these establishments are registered in respective states. Finished goods are sent from factory in Delhi to Mumbai depot without consideration so that the same can be sold from the depot. What happens?
It is a supply.
Supply between distinct persons.
Very good. Are they distinct persons?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
They have a factory in Delhi and depot in Mumbai. Both are registered. So they are two different states and both are registered. So there's no confusion. They are distinct persons. What is happening here? From factory in Delhi, they are sending goods to Mumbai depot. Goods, movement of goods from one person to another without consideration. Since they are distinct persons, it is deemed to be supply.
Team supply.
Yes. Similarly, Mohan is an architect in Chennai. His brother, who is settled in London, is a well known lawyer. Mohan has taken legal advice from him free of cost with regard to his family dispute.
Not a supply.
It's a supply.
Very
Not a
good.
supply.
Why it is not a supply?
Not
They
in
are
the course of
related
not a related
persons.
person.
Where first point is
Consideration.
he might not be a
Related.
related person at all. Because he's a brother, settled in London, being a well-known lawyer means not wholly or not mainly dependent. Correct. So first of all, he might not be a related person. Even if he is a related person, it's not in the course of furtherance of business. Right? Both the points have to be mentioned, not in the course of furtherance of business. Therefore, it doesn't come under Schedule 1. It doesn't come under Schedule 1. Okay. Similarly, May 24 exam. Examine the existence of consideration for donation received by charitable institutions from individual donors without quid pro quo, an important feature as defined in 231 of CGST Act. What should we write here?
Conditions for donation.
Conditions.
Yes, those three conditions that we learned in case of donation, right? Those three conditions is what we have to write here. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes. Donation received by charitable institutions from individual donors are treated as consideration only if there exists quid pro quo. That is, to a charitable institution, it should be in the nature of donation. It should be for philanthropic
Philanthropic purpose.
yeah, and not advertisement. Yes, May 24 MTP. Mr. Shubh, director of Star Company Private Limited, provided service to the company for remuneration of 1,25,000. Briefly answer whether GST is applicable in the below mentioned independent cases. If yes, who is liable to pay GST? First one, Mr. Shubh is an independent director of Star Company Private Limited and not an employee of that company. Again, it should have been part of next chapter, actually speaking. But anyhow, since we have already learned, this should have been charge chapter.
So supply between related persons.
Supply between?
Related persons.
Yes. Is it related persons? No. This is remuneration to director. Where did we discuss?
Employee.
Right, in the next chapter, RCM, we discussed remuneration to director. What did we understand there? If he is receiving it as an employee, what happens?
Not a sub.
Not
Not a supply because Schedule 3.
Employee.
If it is not receiving it as an if he is receiving it as a non-employee, then
Comes
RCM comes into
RCM.
picture. So here, if he is an independent director, is not an employee, then it is taxable. It is a supply, taxable, RCM applies. If Mr. Shubh is an executive director, that is an employee of Star Company Private Limited, out of the total remuneration amounting to 1,25,000, 60,000 has been declared as salary in the books of Star Company and subject to TDS under section 192 of the Income Tax Act. However, 65,000 has been declared separately other than salary in Star Company Private Limited account and subject to TDS under 194G of Income Tax Act as professional service. So here, out of 125, 60,000 will be
salary.
Schedule 3 and 65,000 will be.
RCM.
Same.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
We have to just bring them in words, right? That is important here. Everyone following?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, fine. Next. Next, discuss. This is May 24 MTP, which we have learnt in the regular session. Discuss the taxability of shares held in subsidiary company by holding company. What did we understand? There was one circular that we discussed, if you remember. What did that circular tell? What did that circular tell? Shares held by holding company in a subsidiary. Shares come under the concept of
Securities.
securities. Securities are
Neither
neither
nor
supply
services.
of goods nor services. Just because there is one SAC for this particular activity, it need not be a supply, right? That's what we discussed. So same the point, why it was part of May 24 MTP, because that was the first exam where this circular was applicable. That's why it was part of May 24 MTP. May 24 RTP. Happy Construction Limited, a registered builder under GST in Bengaluru, Karnataka, has got permission to build 5 floors from municipal projects for one of its projects at Suraj Nagar. Aditya Constructions, a neighboring housing project, approached Happy Constructions Limited to discuss regarding blockage of sunlight issue arising out of construction of 5 floors and asked it to build only 3 floors, for which 20 lakhs was offered as compensation. Happy Construction Limited agreed to the offer. It may be noted that Aditya Constructions is not ready to pay any further amount to Happy Constructions Limited in addition to the amount already agreed. Briefly explain with the correct legal provision whether the above amount received as compensation is liable to GST or not. What do you say?
Consideration
Refrain.
for refrain from an act.
So, what is this concept?
Refrain from an act.
Yes, excellent. Refrain from an act. Refrain to construct the next 2 floors, correct? So, here, was there an independent contract?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, this was an independent contract wherein, who is that? Aditya Constructions approached Harry Constructions saying that you don't construct the last 2 floors, we will pay you 20 lakhs. So, it's an independent contract and consideration flowing from such contract. Following?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, it is a supply and moreover, it is a supply of service. And if the consideration is taxable, then calculate the total GST payable by Happy Constructions Limited. 9%, 9% is what they are telling. Can you calculate the GST payable total? Don't worry about breakup of CGST as GST. What happened?
3,600.
3,000.
3,60,000.
Sorry,
3,60,000.
3,60,000.
1,52,000.
3,05,085. Any other answer? Who said 3,05,085?
Sir, me Kripa.
Excellent, Kripa. Why?
Because they only agreed to pay 20 lakh and not more, so the GST should be included. So you have to
Excellent.
divide by 118.
Yes. This sentence, it may be noted that Aditya Constructions is not ready to pay any further amount to Happy Constructions in addition to the amount already agreed, meaning this 20 lakh is inclusive of GST. So 20 lakhs divided by 118 into 18 will give us 305085. That is the very purpose they are asking this here, right? If it was straightforward 20 lakh into 18%, they themselves can calculate. They have calculators. So for this, we had to capture, we had to understand that and get it. Are we clear? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, that is this particular question, May 24 RTP. Can I move further?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. What happened? I think I jumped. Yeah. May 24 RTP, one more. Examine the implication of GST on supply of food and beverages at cinema halls. This also we had discussed the circular. You remember, right? Normally, it is distinct supply separately given. So accordingly, cinema as well as food will be taxed separately. Whereas if it is bundled together, then
Mixed, sir.
yeah, composite or mixed supply, depending on the facts, most of the cases it will fall under mixed supply. Following? Yes,
Yes, sir.
that's it. Okay, these were the questions we had from this chapter on supply. Everyone following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that's how the questions can be, okay, from this chapter, supply chapter. With that, we can move on to the next chapter. What is the next chapter?
Charge.
Charge. The next chapter is charge. In charge, which are the two sections that we discussed? What is the main section? Charge.
9 and
Section 9 and section 10. Correct. Section 9 and section 10, of which section 9 is the main section. Section 9 has 5 subsections. Section 9. Subsection 1 talks about forward charge. It said tax on all supplies will be, supply of goods and services will be GST. However, here it had one exception other than
Alcoholic
liquor for human consumption.
yes, alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Maximum rate of taxes
20%.
20%.
20% CGST, 20% SGST, 40% IGST. Perfect. Here, other than alcoholic liquor for human consumption, and there was one more.
Interest.
I think one of our friends told.
Rectified spirit.
Rectified spirit. Yes, very good. Undenatured extra neutral alcohol or rectified spirit. Even that is excluded now. Then subsection 2.
Petroleum.
products.
Petroleum, crude, motors.
Petroleum products, those 5 crude, motor spirit, right? All those aviation turbine fuel, etc. Petroleum products. Here, it would come under the ambit of GST on the date notified by the central government on the recommendations of the council. That is what it says. Right? Similarly, 9.3.
RCM.
RCM on notified supplies, which we will have to discuss. 9.4. RCM again.
RCM by
Here,
specified person.
specified supplier, specified recipient, notified supplies. In our discussion, we had one real estate sector, which we had discussed, which we will again revise, no problem. Then lastly,
Notified
Notified
services.
services to
E-commerce operators.
yes, notified services by e-commerce operator, where taxes paid by e-commerce operators, right? These are the points we had. From this, we learnt in depth, in detail, RCM. Under RCM, the first one was goods we didn't, we just went through. Services are important for us. What is the first service that we started with?
goods transport agent.
transport agent.
Yes, GTA, goods transportation service. Right, GTA, goods transportation agent. Here we had simple 2 arrow marks. Supplier is registered. Supplier is unregistered. If supplier is registered, recipient being specified person, What happens?
Taxable.
Yes, excellent. It is taxable. How? How it is taxable? How it is taxed?
When opted for FCM,
Very good. If supplier opts for FCM, then it comes under FCM with
18%
18% with
plus
ITC.
ITC or
5%
5% without ITC.
5%.
very good 5% without ITC and 18% with ITC. Whereas
In
supplier
case of
does not opt
RCM,
for FCM,
RCM.
RC.
5.
RCM applies. If
5%
recipient
plus
is others,
Exempt.
Exempt.
very good, 5%. 5% here, very good. If recipient is others, exempt.
Exempt.
Very good. Whereas if supplier is unregistered, recipient is specified person, what happens?
RC.
RCM directly, very good. It is taxable under RCM because there is no point supplier going under FCM because he is unregistered. Right? Taxable under RCM, very good. Whereas if the recipient is others, exempt.
Exempt.
Right? This is what we discussed under 9.1, that is GTA, 9.3 GTA. However, no GST is applicable if the recipient is having only
TDS
TDS
registration.
registration. TDS registration. That is about GTA. Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, everyone following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, same way. Second one we discussed about was legal service. Now, with regard to legal service, it comes under RCM only if legal service and services provided by arbitral tribunal, both we can combine, right? Only if the recipient is
Business
Business
entity.
entity.
very good. Business entity located in taxable territory with aggregate turnover.
Greater than threshold.
Greater than threshold.
Yes. With aggregate turnover exceeding the threshold for registration. Following?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is with regard to legal service. Straightforward. What if legal service is provided to others?
FCM.
No FCM. It is exempt. Okay, it is straight away exempt. Very good. Similarly, one important discussion we had was with regard to sponsorship. In relation to sponsorship, we have to see both now, supplier as well as recipient. Supplier should be
a body corporate.
Body
Other than body
Other than
other than body
very good.
corporate.
Other than body corporate. Right? Is partnership firm also included here in supplier discussion?
No, sir.
No.
No.
Supplier
sir.
should be other than body corporate. That's all. So supplier can be body corporate or others. So if supplier is body corporate, what happens?
FCM.
FCM.
I need not see who is the recipient. If supplier is other than body corporate, then I have to see who is the recipient. Recipient is
body
corporate or
Corporate or
Corporate or
It is
firm.
RCM.
very good. Recipient is body corporate or partnership firm. Then it comes under RCM. If recipient is others,
FCM.
FCM.
itself applies. Following everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Same way, the discussion that we had recently in the regular session, services provided by central government, state government, union territory, local authority, that 3 arrow mark we had. First category, renting of immovable property, services by Department of Post and Ministry of Railways, and service in relation to aircraft or vessel and transportation of goods and passengers. Yeah, renting of immovable property is not here. The other services, what happens?
FCM.
Always under forward charge. Whereas if we have renting of immovable property, RCM applies only if
Recipient
Recipient
is
is
registered.
registered.
Only if recipient is registered. If recipient is unregistered,
FCM.
FCM.
likewise, all other services, it will be taxable under RCM only if three conditions are satisfied. First is, it should be, recipient should be
Business entity.
Business entity.
business entity located in taxable territory, their turnover
Greater
Greater than
Greater than threshold.
threshold limit for registration. What is the third condition?
Consideration
More than
charges
5,000.
more than
Greater
5,000
than
per annum.
5,000 per
Very good.
annum.
Consideration charges more than 5,000 rupees per annum. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Excellent. That was about services provided by government. Then one more important point was renting. Renting of immovable property. We have two types of renting. One is renting of residential dwelling. Renting of other than residential dwelling is what the law says. In our simple understanding, we took commercial. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. For renting of residential dwelling, what should I check?
residential
Residential purpose or other?
Very good. First, is it for residential purpose or other purpose? Excellent. Residential or others. If it is for residential,
Recipient
Recipient
is
is
registered.
registered
I have to
RCM.
check who is the recipient. If the recipient is registered,
RCM.
RCM.
RCM. If the recipient is unregistered,
Exempt.
Exempt.
exempt. But here there is one exception.
Sole
Sole
Registered
proprietor.
sole
Takes
proprietor on rent.
Sole proprietor
takes
Takes
house
on
rent.
rent.
House on rent for his
personal
personal stay.
for his personal stay. Excellent. Then it is
Exempt.
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 very good. If it is for other purposes as well as commercial purposes, what happens?
Supplier is
Supplier is
registered.
Registered.
Very good. I have to first see who is the supplier. Supplier is registered
FCM.
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 FCM. If supplier is unregistered, I have to see.
Recipient is
Recipient is
registered.
registered also.
Recipient
Yes.
is registered.
Recipient is registered.
RCM.
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 Recipient is unregistered.
Exempt.
Not leviable under
Not
Very good.
GST.
Not leviable under GST. Not leviable under GST. But here there was one exception.
Other than
Composition tax.
taxpayers is not
No
leviable.
RCM.
For composition taxpayer as well, it is not leviable under GST. Following?
Yes.
Yes, Supragna.
So what's the difference between exempt and not leviable?
Exempt means it is a supply which is for against which there is no tax payable because there is one exemption notification issued. It is part of that exemption notification. Whereas if it is not leviable under GST, why am I saying it is not leviable under GST? Because for a transaction to be leviable under GST, two conditions to be satisfied. What are the two conditions?
Should be
What
by
are
a tax.
Registration.
Such supply should be made by a taxable person and it should be a taxable supply. Here it is a taxable supply because it is non-residential. It is a taxable supply, but it is not levied. It's not provided by a taxable person. Who is a taxable person?
Registered person or person liable to register.
Yes, very good. Person who is registered or liable to be registered. So these neither the supplier nor the recipient are registered or not liable to register. Therefore, it is a supply. It is a taxable supply, but it is not provided by a taxable person. Hence, it is not leviable under GST. If the same supply was given by a registered person, in this case, it is taxable under forward charge. Correct? Whereas here, the same supply, even if the supplier was registered, it would still be exempt. Correct? Exemption is absolute. Exemption always. Whereas not leviable because one of those two conditions not satisfied. Else it would have been taxable.
Yes.
Yes, very good. That's about renting, residential and non-residential. Same way, next certain few points we have to complete. Directors. Just now the question that we learned. Correct. In case of director, services provided by the director to the said company in which he is a director. Only that gets covered under RCM. Here, if he is an employee director, whatever salary he receives goes under Schedule 3. Anything that he receives as a non-employee, that is basically for those which are TDS is made under section 194J. It comes under Income Tax Act. It comes under RCM. However, service should be in the capacity as a director. If he is providing it in any other capacity like renting of immovable property, etc., doesn't get covered here. That is about director. Then we discussed about business facilitators and business correspondents. Business facilitator providing service to
Banking company.
banking company gets covered here. Very good. This comes under RCM, whereas under business correspondent,
Agent,
correct, Shiksha?
business correspondent to agent is RCM.
Business correspondent to agent, ulta. Agent to business correspondent. Agent to the business correspondent comes under RCM, not business correspondent to banking company. Clear? Everyone, business correspondent,
Yes,
business facilitator, then security services. With regard to security service also, we have to see two things.
Supplier is a body.
Supplier is
So, supplier perspective, I have to see supplier is
body
corporate.
very good. Supplier is body corporate. Then what happens?
FCM.
FCM. Excellent. If supplier is other than body corporate,
recipient is
Recipient is registered
Or
or
unregistered.
yes, I have to see who is the recipient. Recipient registration status. Excellent. Recipient is registered.
RCM.
RCM.
RCM. Recipient is unregistered.
FCM.
Following.
Yes, sir.
Here, one exception.
Composite dealer and
dealer.
TDS registration.
Very good. Two exceptions. Very good. Correct. Composition dealer and only TDS registration exempted. That is about security services. Along with security service, we also discussed about renting of movable property. No, renting of motor vehicle.
Motor vehicle.
Yeah. So here first we understood what is renting of motor vehicle. Right? We need to differentiate the services of renting of motor vehicle and passenger transportation. Only renting of motor vehicle comes here. That is, that vehicle should be at the disposal of the recipient during that route or during that time period, and cost of fuel should be part of the consideration. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, if that is satisfied, then I have to see what?
If the supplier is a
Supplier
body
is
corporate.
Very good. Supplier is body corporate or not? If supplier is body corporate,
FCM.
FCM.
FCM. Supplier is other than body corporate.
The recipient is
Recipient is
Body corporate.
Here,
RCM.
recipient also body corporate status. So, recipient is body corporate,
RCM.
RCM. Recipient is other than body corporate,
FCM.
FCM. Here, for these two,
5% with
very good. 5% without ITC, 18% with ITC.
ITC.
Here it's 5% itself. Correct? This is what we discussed in case of renting of motor vehicle. Then one specific RCM for goods that we discussed was metal scrap. In case of metal scrap, because that's a new entry, last year they brought in metal scrap by unregistered person to registered person. Last year means not 2025, 2024. Unregistered person to registered person comes under RCM. Following?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this completes 9.3. Apart from this, what did we discuss? We went on to 9.5. or 9.4 will come to it till later. 9.5. 9.5 talks about this notified services, correct, wherein e-commerce operator will pay the tax. First one was transportation of passengers. When we start with transportation of passengers, first I have to see,
If the vehicle is
Vehicle is
omnibus.
the omnibus.
very good, whether the vehicle is omnibus or any other vehicle. Omnibus, any other vehicle. If it is omnibus, then I have to see supplier
Supplier
is
is a
Company.
Company or non-company.
Non-company.
excellent, excellent. Supplier is company. Supplier is company, non-company. If supplier is company,
FCM.
FCM. If supplier is non-company, 9.5.
9.5 apply.
9.5.
Whereas here,
Always.
Always.
9.5.
always under 9.5. Very good. Yes. So this is how transportation of passengers work. Then next, accommodation services as well as housekeeping services, for both same condition. With regard to accommodation and housekeeping, I have to see supplier is
Liable to register under
Liable to
22(1).
excellent. Supplier is liable to register under section 22. That is turnover. If the answer is yes,
FCM.
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 if the answer is no,
9.5.
9.5.
9.5.
9.5.
RCM 9.5. Yes, same way. Same way for this, we can also add that local delivery service. Correct? Local delivery service through e-commerce operator also had same conditions, liable to register.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Whereas restaurant service,
Located in specified
Located in
premises.
specified premises.
very good. Restaurant service located in specified premises or not. If it is located in specified premise,
FCM.
FCM.
not located in specified premise.
9.5 applies.
Yes. Here, what is specified premise?
Accommodation.
Accommodation or service.
Service per day exceeds
7,500.
Yes. Accommodation per day exceeds 7,500, or
They provide
In that
accommodation
location, they provide
to
accommodation,
They've
or they
opted to be
opted
specified
to.
premises.
yes, they provide accommodation service and have opted by giving a declaration that they want to become a specified premise. Right? Either way, it comes under specified premise concept. Yes, that is about 9.5. Then we discussed about real estate sector concessional rate of tax. In case of real estate sector concessional rate of tax, we have two rates rather, for two different kinds of houses. One is affordable housing. What is affordable?
Other than affordable.
60 square meter.
Area 60 square meters in metro cities. Non-metro?
90 meters.
90
square
square
meters.
meters.
90 square
Value?
meters non-metro.
Up to 45 lakhs.
Up to 45 lakhs. Value up to 45 lakhs. Here, what is the tax rate?
1%.
1%.
Other than affordable housing and
Construction
Construction
of
of commercial shops.
commercial commercial space inside rural residential projects. That commercial space inside residential project, what is the condition?
Less than
50%
equal to 15% of total carpet area.
carpet area.
Carpet area.
Yes, up to 15% of the carpet area. That has to be there.
5%.
If that is satisfied, 5%. However, this comes with the rider condition. What is the first condition?
No input
No
tax
ITC.
credit.
No ITC. Second,
Out of
80%.
Total purchases greater than
80%
80% should be from registered person.
yes, 80% of their inputs or input services should be from registered persons. If there is a shortfall,
taxable
Paid
under
under RCM.
GST under us.
9.4 RCM, correct? That's what we learned. Yes, this was about real estate sector. This completes our discussion on section 9. After this, we had section 10 in this chapter, which talks about
Composition
levy.
levy.
composition levy. Yes. Till here, everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Section 10 talks about composition levy. Under composition levy, we have two arrow marks. 10.1 and 10.2. 10.2a. Correct. 10.1 and 10.2 have three different types of activities. One is for manufacturers. One is for
Traders.
traders,
Traders, restaurant.
Restaurant services.
restaurant service. Manufacturers, it is 1% of
Total
Total
turnover.
total the state or union territory. Traders, it is 1% of
Taxable turnover.
taxable turnover. Restaurant, it is
5% of
5% of total turnover.
5% of total turnover. Very good. Whereas here,
all
it
other
is
sir.
all others,
Yes, sir.
basically other than 10.1 and 10.2, rate
6% of
6% of
total
total
turnover.
turnover.
very good, 6% of total turnover. Here, I can go for 10.1 and 10.2 if my aggregate turnover is
Less
Less
than
than
or
equal to
less than or equal to
1.5
1.5
crores
crores.
in the
less than or
preceding
equal
fund.
to 1.5 crore. In case of those 8 special category states,
75 lakhs.
75.
75 lakhs. Yes, UN SAT cube. Right, those 8 special category states, it is 75 lakhs. Whereas here, aggregate turnover
Less than
Like
equal to
50
1
lakh to 50 lakhs.
50 lakh.
lakhs. We also discussed the definition of aggregate turnover there. Aggregate turnover will be taxable supplies, exempt supplies,
Exempt supplies,
exports of goods and
export of goods
services,
and services,
Interstate supplies.
interstate supplies, including
interstate supply, including
Supply
supply to
between
distinct persons.
supply to distinct persons. Supply to distinct persons, but it excludes
inward
Inward
supplies
liable for
Liable to
RCM and
RCM
GST.
and GST.
taxes.
inward supplies liable for RCM and GST taxes. Right, that is how we get aggregate turnover. Then we also discussed about ineligible cases where you cannot opt for composition levy, those 6 items that we had discussed in case of goods, 6 minus 1 items in case of services, 10.2a. Right. Apart from that, if you want to come under 10.1 and 10.2, one of the condition is you should not be dealing in services, exclusive dealer of goods. However, there was one exception with regard to marginal supply of service. Until up to that amount, you will be allowed to provide services also. Right? What is that limit?
10% of the
10% of
turnover
turnover
from state or
in
union
Preceding
territory.
financial year.
10% of turnover of state or union territory.
Or 5 lakh.
Or 5
Or
lakhs.
5 lakh, whichever is
Previous
higher.
Whichever
financial
is higher.
year. Correct, in previous financial year, or rupees 5 lakh,
Whichever is
Whichever
higher.
is
higher.
higher.
whichever is higher. However, here, for the purposes of calculating aggregate turnover as well as marginal value of supply, what should be excluded?
Interest
Very
income.
good, excellent. Interest
Interest
income should be excluded. Interest income is excluded. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, these are the things that we discussed in charge chapter. Okay, this completes our discussion on charge. Anyone has any doubts here? No. Okay, good. If that is the case, can we look into some questions on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Come to the questions. Come to page number 137. Page number 137, Jan 26 MTP. That is the recent exam. Srinivas and Sons, a partnership firm based in Nagpur, Maharashtra, is a wholesaler of taxable product X and product Y exempt by way of notification only within the state of Maharashtra. Its aggregate turnover of preceding financial year is 130 lakh. The firm wishes to opt for composition scheme under 10.1 and 10.2. However, its accountant is of the view that person engaged in making supply of exempt goods is not eligible for the said scheme. What do you feel? They're asking your expert opinion.
Up to product exit tax.
So they can't opt for composition.
Why?
Both their products are exempt.
Both are exempt? No. Product X is taxable, product Y is exempt.
Sorry, sir.
What happens there?
Proportionately is taxable.
Proportionately it is taxed. What does that mean?
For
They are
product-
asking us, can they go for composition? That's all. Tax, how tax is levied? Next question.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
They can opt for composition.
Because ineligible point is if he is only dealing in goods which are not leviable under GST. Correct? Only then you are ineligible. If you are just because you are dealing in taxable and exempt goods, there is no restriction. And if he can offer composition levy, when he is applying the tax rate of 1%, will he apply for 1% on X plus Y or only X?
Only
Why?
Why is
tax
Y
alone.
is exempt.
Because he is a trader. If he was a manufacturer, it would have been X plus Y. Total turnover. Since he is a wholesaler trader, it is 1% on taxable turn. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
Yes. Similarly, September 25 MTP 5 marks. Mr. Vivan has a repair center registered under GST where electronic goods are repaired or serviced. His repair center is located in the state of Rajasthan and he is not engaged in making any interstate supply of services. His aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year is 45 lakhs. With reference to the provisions of CGST Act, examine whether Mr. Vivan can opt for composition scheme under 10.1 and 10.2 for the current financial year, or he is eligible to avail benefit of 10.2A.
no, sir.
Both not possible?
Only 10.1 and 10.2 is not.
Only 10.1 and 10.2 not possible. Can he go for 10.2A?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Why 10.1 and 10.2 not possible?
Because he is providing
The
service.
He's a
Exclusively
dealer in
given.
service. He's a dealer in service. So 10.1 and 10.2 is not possible. Whereas 10.2A says if you are not under 10.1 and 10.2, you can come under 10.2A provided your aggregate turnover is
Less than 50 lakh.
45 lakh is below that limit. So she is allowed or he is allowed to come under 10.2A. No problem. Considering the option of payment of tax available to Mr. Vivan, compute the amount of total tax payable by him in the current financial year, assuming that his aggregate turnover in the current financial year is 35 lakhs.
$2.1.
Sorry?
10,000.
2,10,000.
2
How did we get it?
6% of
35 lakh.
Very good. So 2,10,000. Will your answer be different if Mr. Vivan procures few items required for providing repair services from neighboring state of Madhya Pradesh?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Only outward supply interstate is prohibited. Inward supply allowed. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. That is what we have to answer here. So stepwise we have to answer there because there were multiple questions. September 25 MTP. Sahadev and Sons, a registered partnership firm located in Maharashtra, hires a goods transport agency for transporting industrial raw materials from Gujarat to their factory. The GTA has opted to pay tax under forward charge mechanism at the rate of 18% and issues a tax invoice. Discuss who is liable to pay GST in this case.
GTA.
First of all, is it taxable?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because the recipient is
Register.
Partnership firm.
Registered partnership.
Partnership firm, irrespective of whether registered or not.
Specified recipient.
Specified.
Yes, specified recipient. Therefore, it is taxable. Since the supplier has opted for forward charge, the supplier will have to pay the tax. Simple question. Right? Easy. We can easily answer. Manmohan Enterprises has 2 registered places of business in Delhi. Its aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year for both the places together is 120 lakh. It wishes to pay tax under composition levy under 10(1) and 10(2) for one of the places of business for the current financial year, while continuing paying under normal levy for the other. Can they do that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. We had discussed this in composition. If you are eligible to go for composition levy, if you opt for composition levy in one of the registrations, you have to opt for it in all the registrations together. If you are withdrawn from composition levy in one of the registrations, it is deemed to be withdrawn in all the registrations together. So here they cannot opt for in one branch composition and one branch regular. Not possible. It's either both branches composition or both branches regular. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is question 3. Similarly, question number 4, September 25 RTP. Regal Foundation of Commerce organized a business summit in Surat, Gujarat, in which all the startups were invited to pitch their business ideas. Pandit Jewels Private Limited, registered in the state of Maharashtra, sponsored the summit and paid a sponsorship fees of 1,50,000 to Regal Foundation of Commerce. You are required to determine who is the person liable to pay tax if Regal Foundation of Commerce is a body corporate.
RCM, Regal Foundation of Commerce.
Regal Foundation of Commerce under RCM. Now, for this particular supply, Pandit Jewels Private Limited and Regal Foundation of Commerce are the 2 parties. Who is the supplier and who is the recipient?
Pandit, this is the supplier.
Supplier, Regal Foundation receipt.
Pandit Jewels Private Limited is the supplier and Regal Foundation is the recipient. Now,
Regal Foundation
Regal
suppliers.
supplier.
2 clause 31 consideration definition. Who should pay the consideration?
Recipient.
Recipient. Here, who is paying the sponsorship fee?
Pandit
Pandit
Jewels.
Jewels.
Pandit Jewelers. That means Pandit Jewelers are the recipient. Regal Foundation is the supplier. What are they supplying? They are supplying sponsorship service in the form of advertisement. Correct? That is why Pandit Jewelers are paying 1.5 lakh. So, Regal Foundation is a supplier. If Regal Foundation of Commerce is a body corporate,
FCM.
FCM.
directly FCM. If Regal Foundation of Commerce is not a body corporate,
Pandit Jewels.
RCM.
RCM, because Pandit Jewelers is a body corporate.
Registered. Yeah.
Body corporate or partnership firm, sponsorship. Correct? So, because Regal Foundation is not a body corporate and recipient is a body corporate, it comes under RCM. Right? That analysis have to be given there. This was a good question. Did everyone understand? Yes,
Yes.
Ramya.
Sir, I didn't understand how to identify the supplier and recipient.
Yes, that's a good point. Now, in case of sponsorship, we will get that confusion. I agree, because we will always think that here we will always say Pandit Jewels has sponsored the event. Right? That's what we tell normally in our general communication. However, from GST perspective, who is the supplier, who is the recipient, what is the service involved there? The service involved is sponsorship service. When I say sponsorship service, what is that exact sponsorship service? Exact sponsorship service there is the sales promotion that they are getting. Right? Else, that 1,50,000 that they are paying cannot be a consideration, because if it has to be a consideration, they have to get something in return. Else it will go under donation. What is that they are getting something in return in the form of promotion? So, who is providing that promotion? Regal Foundation of Commerce. Regal Foundation of Commerce is providing the promotion. The Pandit Jewels Private Limited is giving the money. Recipient is giving the consideration to the supplier.
Yes,
So,
sir.
in case of sponsorship, it's very easy. Who is making the payment? that person is the recipient. Okay, that's how we identify supply recipient in case of sponsorship.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That is question number 4. Come to question number 5. Oh. Yeah, under GST law, tax on taxable services supplied by central government or state government to a business entity in India are payable by recipient. That is RCM applies. State the exceptions. What could be the exception?
When recipient is unregistered.
Yes. When recipient is unregistered, it is anyhow exempt, correct? Then those 4 are FCM cases. Department of Post, Ministry of Railways, etc. Those come into picture, as well as renting of immovable property. Okay, those we have to just write those 4 points, you'll get marks. This is Jan 25 exam. This was asked for, I think, 5 marks. Okay, marks is missing here. Okay. This was based on that circular, that movie tickets circular. Gamma Multiplex, registered in the state of Punjab, gives the following offers for booking movie tickets. Only movie ticket, 200 rupees per person. Combo offer, 350 rupees, which includes 200 rupees for ticket, 150 for snacks. Only snacks, 250 per token. Snacks quantity will be more when compared to combo offers. For the month of April 2024, Gamma Multiplex, situated in Punjab, made the following supplies: 10,000 tickets under combo offer, 2,500 tickets only, 1,000 tokens of snacks only, GST rates applicable, snacks only. GST rate applicable are supply of snack 2.5, 2.5 and 5, supply of service of exhibition of cinema 9%, 9%, 18%. Here, you are required to identify the rate of GST to be applied when combo supply is made. That circular that we learnt, tickets, movie tickets.
Highest rate.
Highest rate, which is
9%
18%.
CGST.
Yeah, correct, 18%, because it becomes a mixed supply. So 18% is applicable. Rate of GST to be applied when snacks are sold in multiplex.
5%.
5%.
Exclusive. Only snacks means it has to be 5%. Correct. Gross GST payable. 10,000 tickets into 200. This is excluding GST. So 10,000 into 200 into how much percentage?
18%.
18%. Tickets is
10,050.
18%. This comes to 3,60,000. Combo offer 350 rupees into 2,500 tickets, I think. Yeah.
So it's
2,500.
ulta, sir.
10 into 350.
Oh, sorry, ulta. 10,000 into 350 into 18%. Correct?
Yes, sir.
6,30,000. 2,500 into 200 into 18%. 90,000. And 1,000 snacks, how much? 250 rupees into 5%. Correct? 7,32,500 is the total GST payable. Not following? What did I do? Did we understand the rates?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
They are telling for the month of April, they have issued 10,000 tickets under combo offer. Combo offer 350 rupees per person. 350 rupees into 10,000. 35 lakhs.